Alrighty. You know what? I'm just gonna hide in this bush. There we go. Look, very stealthy. I'm just a bush. Nobody here but us bushes. I'm a spiky, spiky bush. I'm an ambush. A spiky, spiky ambush. Hiding, hiding, hiding. Hiding, hiding. Just hold the point. The ambush of doom. Ah! They found me! No! Ah! Ah! Hey boys and girls, it's KnightStalker here. Welcome along today to White Elk Fort Siege. Check it out. So White Elk Fort Siege is characterized by the A point being guarded on three sides by massive walls, and it's a rather hard point to actually attack. So you typically get a lot of firepower directed onto that point at the start, and I'm going to be part of that. I've chosen the sorry, not the Fortebraccios. I have chosen the Kriegsrat Fusiliers because of their excellent high rate of fire and accuracy. I tend to get good results out of this unit on this map. I've taken the Imperial Spear because, well, they're very good for blocking stuff, as you might imagine. So that endpoint is actually relatively hard to hold once you get pushed off the A. If you get pushed off A early, you're almost guaranteed to lose. So I'm going to use that as a blocker unit to hopefully allow our team to reorganize or to rally behind. And I'm going to bring the Houndsmen because initially, while they've still got their disposable resource, aka dogs, they're actually really good at tackling cavalry and things that come around the back. So here we go. So we're going to park the boys here, Kriegsrats. We're going to go up here and get some artillery. So Kriegsrats are one of my all-time favourites in this game. They're one of my favourite units. The reason for that is, even though they don't have a lot of ammunition, so they can't stay in sustained combat very long, they fire extremely accurately, extremely rapidly, and they have very little lag time between being told to fire and actually getting a shot off. The other thing about them is if you jump on them, they have bayonets, which can be quite fatal to heroes, especially lightly armoured heroes and lighter units. And bayoneting peasants is a lot of fun. So these guys don't have a lot of tactical options. They have shoot, shoot, or shoot. Where am I going to put this? Don't want to land. See this bridge thing here? It collapses when they demolish the walls, so I'm a little bit hesitant. I see we've got two cannons here. If you remember Neb from my last video here, Nebuchadnezzar, he's joining me again today. He's about level 600 and we're in a level 2000 game, so don't judge him too harshly. So I guess we'll just hang out, see what we can do here in terms of guarding and healing these Falconetti, who should be quite happy to knock down the siege tower. We can see that they're trying to push through the right-hand wall and the left-hand wall, which they absolutely should be doing. That's a good start. That was a nice cannon shot there. There's a free cannon. What can we shoot at here? Maybe that one.
The enemy battering ram has reached the gate.
Oh, it's a green cannon. That was the aiming point for a blue cannon. Let's have a look here. About there. Maybe too far. Yeah, I suck at this game. Never mind. We are going to build our own cannon now, and hopefully we can keep this siege tower out for a long period of time. Should try not to shoot down the crenellations there, Mr. Shortsword. They are protecting your culverin currently. So we still have the base cannon that starts on the map, which has a ton of ammunition. Neb has a cannon, and we've got a culverin here in front of us as well. So we should quite comfortably be able to take out the siege tower again, and that will force all. He missed. Oh my goodness! And that should be quite comfortable to take out all of the last hit points of this tower, and that will of course funnel all of them either through the gaps in the walls or up the other siege tower, which is kind of more likely in my experience. So tend to push up that main attack route, which is their right, our left siege tower. So there's casualties happening already. That's fun. and looks like they've made a beachhead on that top of the wall, which is very normal. It's very hard there for the defenders to defend that. This side is easier to defend, particularly with artillery. Oh, it's a good thing I built this cannon. That gold shield on the siege tower, that's the Martellaluri mercenary unit, the ones you pay silver or real money for, and they're the ones pushing it. So not only do the unit itself get a high damage reduction while they're pushing the siege tower, they also have a significant damage reduction on the towers as well. So it takes a lot of cannon power to actually destruct that. So got some Reapers. Reapers are quite happy to defend this side when there's nothing here, I imagine. What can we do? Can we try be relevant? Just want to check this gateway as we go past. Nobody there, that's good. So we've got archers down here, which is really good. Those Imperial archers will be doing a lot of heavy damage up there with those bodkin arrows. And I might risk it for the biscuit. This is a risky move. Anytime you bring like a range unit up the top here, the problem is that the front line has a tendency to collapse very quickly when it goes. And if you're not careful, heroes will surge through and attack your unit before you've had a chance to really retreat or even think about retreating. So it's a trade-off, right? We can do some very, very heavy damage here. Those Siladars will block for us. But we have to choose the right moment, and it's quite hard to choose the right moment. See how they're starting to collapse now? Time to go. But it's actually probably a bit late. Yeah, we got caught. We got caught there. We've got not a lot of infantry here, so this side is going to collapse very quickly once that unit at the top is actually... Oh my goodness, X-Raiders! No, no, no! That was a very good move by the X-Raider player. Very, very good. Well done. It's going to cause horrendous casualties. I wonder if we can use this unit to drag enemies across the face of the... Because they'll want to pursue these gunners, right? I wonder if we can just... Will they pursue all the way across the face here? Look, we're tasty, delicious treats, aren't we? Look. Excuse me, we don't want you doing that. We want units to come and get them. Alas, that's what's happened. So now I'm probably going to have to sacrifice my life on this point while our team reorganise. I can do my best, but I'm not going to last long once they start CCing me. Yeah, that's the problem. Alas, hopefully we gave team enough time to reorganise. Alright, so here we go. It's going to be the Doggo Boys, and we're going to bring ourselves a nice cheap ballista as well. Hopefully we can get a couple of shots off with that if the opportunity presents itself. We've actually already got someone protecting this side, so we'll go this way. See that person back on the supply point? MVP player. Nice short sword is defending that side and giving us vision as well, so we can see when people are coming through. I've got a bad feeling about this. Here's that cavalry. We'll move off to the side out of their charge path, and then we'll just give them some short bow volleys. These ones appear to be armoured. No, they're cataphracts, so they're going to be a little harder to kill. Except when our heavy cavalry comes on through as well. So, we're going to use the number 2 ability, which will send both our dogs in, which is kind of like a non-renewable resource for the unit, but also that shoots these like semi-bodkin arrows. So anything that gets hit by the arrow is slowed, anything that gets hit by a dog is slowed, and anything that gets hit by both is immobilized. Oh, this is a problem. But watch this, I've got it. These ones are only armigers. So the hero's going to get absolutely slain, and then we're just going to stop them all in their tracks and allow us to shoot our boys at point blank range into them. And we killed ourselves a purple tier unit of cavalry for free. Maybe we lost a couple of dogs, potential. So I don't want to advance too far along here, but what we want to try and do is kind of cover the retreat for anyone who wants to try and pull out, because we're a relatively fast unit, and we're going to use this number 2 ability to slow down the enemies. And we're not going to do what we did with the Kriegsrat, so we're going to leave early. Ooh, could we kill him? Not quite. A volley from this unit will kill the dual blades. So I think we're just not going to risk. Not going to take the risk. We've still got all the archers left. we've got 3 doggos. We'll just take what we've got and leave. We killed half a unit of catters, we killed a whole unit of armigers, and I don't know, did we kill anything else? A couple of rats and mice, possibly. That guy's dead. He's not coming back from that. So, this is a really good spot for the Houndsmen because the supply point is right there, in inverted commas. So we're just going to ask our team to pay attention to where the majority of the enemy coming from, but it looks like we've got a little bit of time before they come out. Those modi out there are going to be very handy, and we've got more pikes on the other side there, so we're currently protected from cav flanks in their entirety. Actually, I might see if I can work with this Forte Braccio unit. Got no vision, there we go. So, there's some gunners. Oh, we'll take advantage of this chaos. If these cavalry want to get shot, that's their business, but we will also destroy all of the gunners for them so they don't have to stay in combat and get locked in. Again, we're going to use the number 2 ability to slow down all the heroes and anything else that happens to be in there. And we've got 2 units of Houndsmen firing into there, which is devastating for heroes. One thing about this unit is it's very, very good against heroes. It has a massive bleed on it, and they have a number 1 ability which can insta-snipe a hero that's not moving around much. So we just sent them back to get some more ammo, because my experience tells me that we're probably going to be involved in some protracted and prolonged shooties here. These Modi are very, very brave. Also very, very foolish. Let's go in here and I'll show you the number 1 ability. Let's bang that on. What they do is they take a little bit of time and they shoot a volley of 3 arrows each, and the concept of it is that it increases the chance of getting a bleed. Anything hit by 2 arrows from this unit will start bleeding, and the bleeds are no joke. They're 600-ish damage. Now, because we've got unlimited ammo, because the supply point's just behind us, I don't mind firing into the shield unit. You know, we're getting enough damage through, and the glaive has just increased our damage as well. Oh, and that's a beautifully timed Shinji grenade because their shields are now down. One of the things about this unit is it's got quite buggy targeting. It will often try and track the units that are not very close, and also they'll try and shoot through walls. So there's still a bit of a buggy mess in terms of their targeting. But if anything's right in front of you, the DPS of this unit is frightening, especially if you're a hero. See, there again, they tried to shoot through the wall for some very strange reason. But it's an absolute buggy mess, the targeting on this unit. We'll just help finish off these shield maidens, and we'll cover the Forte Braccios. Any heroes trying to get into the Forte Braccios now will bleed. And we've got 2 units again. 2 units. Count the 2 units of Houndsmen. And as you can see, this is why we topped up the ammunition, because we used 2/3 of it in that one little engagement. And if we had to continue to push on, we would have needed the ammunition. So we've got gunners to my right, a couple of lightly armoured heroes to my left. We've got 3 long swords and a short sword protecting the point, so we're in absolutely no danger whatsoever. Long swords and short swords, of course, being the classes that are hardest to kill, except maybe Nodachi, but that's another story. But the 2 very, very tanky classes, and they've got shields, of course, which make them nearly immune to gunfire and arrow fire. These are brave Shinjis. To wander out there could have easily got them killed. So, we've got no more of our doggo resource, so we're going to find it very, very difficult to stop cavalry now. In fact, it's going to be near impossible. We can only vaguely slow them for a bit, so it could be the death of us seeing some cavalry, because we've lost our 40 pike friends. Yeah, maimed and crippled. Yeah, that's the 2 abilities called, on this server at least. No, we're going to cut you off. That's not happening. You stay away. He was hoping to face dive into some of the squishy units at the back there, but maybe a veteran player, maybe not, but clearly didn't want to tangle with a longsword who would sort of chop them off at the knees, or more correctly, knock them off their horse. There's also the potential now that I'm just considering that that player was actually scouting. So I think I might go and have a quick squiz. Yeah, there they are again. Oh no. Alright, we're going to do our best, but this is going to hurt a lot. There's only so much we can do. My guys have stopped firing at them, so something must be attacking them on the other side too. Yes, that's unfortunate. Goodness gracious me. That did not go well. But they lost both of those units of cavalry, really, or the overwhelming majority of. But right now, the biggest thing that we need to do is going to get in and we're going to use the blocker shield units. Now, even though it looks like we're ignoring it, we actually have the luxury of time, because it's 3 minutes and there's no way they're going to fully capture it. Especially if just one person would go and stand on that circle, that would be lovely. Right, we're here now. We're just going to wait a little bit for our unit because it's much easier to actually do this with a unit. Then we're going to advance through. Scare the ever-living hell out of these light heroes. There's one thing they don't want to do is end up in the middle of an Imperial Spear Guard unit, because even though this unit does relatively low damage individually, it's a lot better when the targets are squishy. And of course, there are like 32 of them in one very small space, and 32 times, 500 damage is half the hit points of a light unit. This guy's made a mistake. I don't know why he decided to push up the Imperial Gunners in here. The Imperial Gunners are not what they used to be. Just their immobility and lack of tactical options sort of doesn't make them very good anymore, and we killed maybe 10 of that unit, and the friendly cavalry there got the balance. That friendly cavalry is the Sipper High Cavalry, or the Sippy Cup Cavalry, or whatever you call it on your server. I call it the Sippy Cup Cavalry because they're like toddlers. They stamp their feet and then they do nothing. So they're the Sippy Cup Cavalry. Alright, so currently we are the mainstay of our team's defensive capability. We've got too many people... No, I take back that criticism. Everyone's kind of in the right position. We just need them to get what units they have and get back on this point. Because the Imperial Spear Guard are exceptionally tough, but if they get focused by 2, 3, 4 heroes, they won't last very long. Especially if you get like a maul. Glaive is also not happiness. Short sword will knock me down. So Berserkers. Now we can fight Berserkers, that's not a problem, because we can actually knock them down with the advance, and that sort of gimps them a bit. So we're okay for now. The cavalry charge missed us. Here's a maul, and a glaive, of course, and a pike, and a nadachi, and we can only last so long against this sort of punishment. But it looks like we're going to last long enough for our team to organise, and we're not going to die, so that's the most important thing here. Right, well, we soaked a hell of a lot of damage. So the point now is just not to die. We've only got 32 seconds left to actually last, so we'll just be super cheeky and just stand 3 meters away from the enemy and bandage, because we're not that worried really. We've also got the heal as well, this one. Too little too late from the remaining lancers. Oh, get knocked about a bit. Did they just treb their own Modal unit? They did. Oh, funny. 7 seconds left. There is no chance whatsoever that they will actually take us out. So, GG. Our team played really well, actually. All the timings were pretty good. We didn't put up a very good defence with too many ranged units at the very start there up the stairs, but other than that small error, it was generally quite reasonable teamwork, and we worked really well with those pikes, especially with the... oh, we got absolutely nothing but purple and gold units. No white units, no blue units, no green units. Everything was purple and gold. Houndsmen did fantastic. Thank you very much to those 40s. Imperial Spear got 14 kills. Kriegsrats we don't want to talk about. So here we go, 250. That's a ridiculous amount of participation points. But you know what else is ridiculous? 12 kills. And we actually had a poleaxe get 10 as well. So that's... yeah, GG to the team. Altogether, not a bad one. Anyway, boys and girls, I hope you learned something new, or you just enjoyed the battle. Thank you so much for coming to my channel.